Thanks for joining me for this class where we work on our lower body. We will work on the quads, the hamstrings, and the glute muscles, getting those stretched and strong. We'll begin with our breath, inhaling through our nose, and then we'll push the air out in quick, sharp bursts through our nose. So we inhale, then we use the belly and push it out. 20 quick, sharp bursts like that, and then we'll take an inhale to recover. We'll do 5 total rounds. You can close your eyes if you'd like. Inhale, push it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhale, burst it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, and out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, and out. 'Inhale, and out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Normal exhale. Awesome. That breath of fire should start getting us warm. Let's continue to warm up by placing the feet on the floor, hands behind, and drop your knees side to side, rotating all the way from the top of the hips so the hip joints are turning in and out. Just letting them windshield wiper side to side. If your rotating knee in doesn't come all the way to the floor, don't worry about it. We're still in our warm-up. Just trying to get those hips to release. Come back to center. Make your way to all fours, finding a tabletop position. Stretch your right leg back behind you. Push back with your hands, press back through your heel, and stretch your calf muscle out. Drop your knee down, switch to the other side, pushing back, stretching the other leg, and really shifting the weight back and driving through your heel so you can get the back of your leg straight. Drop your knee down. Reach your right knee up with the knee bent and just open it all the way around, doing a big circle. So it's like you're going to draw a circle with your knee. Your leg stays bent. You're just opening and closing your hip, getting rotation all the way around 360 degrees in your hip joint. Come down and do the other side. Same thing. Lift the leg in parallel and then rotate the knee out to the side. Big circles moving your hip from parallel to open position. Circle all the way around. Nice. Keep going. And set the knees down. Perfect. Tuck your toes. Push into your hands. Press your hips up and back to find your down dog. And then tread through your feet, extending one leg at a time, reaching one heel straight while you bend the other leg. Shifting if you like. You can even peek under one armpit if you want at a time. We're just trying to stretch one leg at a time, opening up through the back, the shoulders, and also through the back side of our legs, hamstrings, and calves. Now try to press back, try to drop both your heels to the floor, look forward, walk your feet up till they're about a foot from the front of the mat. You'll bend down so that your belly touches your thighs. You'll bend your knees and then gently sway side to side with your upper body, helping to release and open up your lower back. Then find center and slowly start to roll all the way up to standing. As you roll up, make sure your shoulders open so you're standing in a nice posture. Inhale, sweep your arms out to the side, touch them overhead. Exhale, crease from your hips and bow all the way down till you're in a forward fold. Inhale, lift your head and chest, look up. Exhale, plant your hands, step to plank, and then lower down chaturanga. Chin touches the floor. Inhale, lift your chest, look up, squeeze your shoulder blades, upward dog. Exhale, push your hips up and back, untuck your toes, down dog. Press the knuckles of your hands into the mat. Try to get your spine long and lengthened, straight line from the crown of the head to the tailbone. The knees can bend if they need to. First work on the length of the spine, and then you'll work on trying to straighten and stretch the legs, dropping the heels to the floor. Look forward, step your feet up one at a time. Inhale, flat back, look up. Exhale, forward fold, release your head. Inhale, reverse swan dive, lifting all the way up, palms touch. And exhale, release your arms to the side. Again, inhale, sweep the arms out and up, touch the palms overhead. Exhale, dive forward all the way down to your forward fold, releasing your head. Inhale, look up, flat back. Exhale, step to plank, shift your weight forward, tucking the hips under to lower down. Inhale, up dog, your hips don't go on the floor here. And then exhale, press the hips back to your down dog. 3 breaths. Big inhale. Exhale, press back, open the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Look between your hands. Step your feet up one at a time. Inhale, lengthen to your flat back. Exhale, forward fold, release your head. Inhale, lengthen the spine, reverse swan dive to stand, palms touch overhead. Exhale, arms to your side. One more time, same thing. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, touch. Exhale, dive and fold all the way down to the floor. Let your head go. Inhale, look up, flat back. Exhale, step, find your plank, tuck your hips, lower down. Inhale, lift the chest up, up dog. Exhale, hips push up and back to down dog. 3 breaths, inhale. Exhale, press it back, open up, inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Look between your hands, step your feet up 1, 2, inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Sweep the arms out and up as you lift with a straight back to stand. And exhale, arms to your side. Beautiful. Crease your hips, sink back, weight goes to your heels, hands to your heart like you're sitting down in a chair. Hold it there. Really let the weight go to your heels, crease at your hips, lift your chest. Good. Keep holding. Almost there. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up as you extend your legs. Exhale, arms down to your sides. Now we'll step our feet hip distance apart, feet stay parallel. You'll sink back just like we did in the squat, but we're going to stand up. So the hips are a little bit wider, but we still want to stay in parallel. Weight goes to the heels as we squat, and then we extend to straighten. Squat and stand. Squat back. Hold. Stay there. Wider squat here, but still parallel with the feet. The knees are tracking right over our toes. Hold and balance. Working the strength of the legs. Keep breathing through it. You can do it. You're almost there. Beautiful. Reach the legs, reach the arms, stand, and exhale. Take the arms down to your sides. All right, turn your hips open so your feet turn out, squat down and stand. Same thing, except now we're in a rotated position. So now our hips will drop down in between the legs and we'll stand up. Squat and stand. Squat. Hold it down. You can reach your arms down and we'll turn the right leg in to touch the floor. The left leg will open and close, rolling onto the blade of the foot as the hip opens and then coming flat as it closes. Now leave it open and press just above your knees to help open up your hip a little bit more. Awesome. Place your hands down and come back to your squat so you can rotate in the left leg, do the same thing. Open and close from the hip, rolling onto the blade of your foot. Same thing, but on the other side. Open and close your hip. Now push on right above your knee, opening the hip, rotating it more open, get that extra stretch. Put the foot down, shift back to center, finding your squat. Try to get both your heels down. Place your hands at your heart and use your elbows to push your knees open in this squat, lengthening your tail down and your head up. So we want another straight line from tail to head, but it's a little on the diagonal. Sitting up as tall as we can, holding it there, letting the hips open and strengthen at the same time in this deep squat. Almost done. Place your hands down, lift the hips up, stretch the legs, turn your feet parallel, and then we'll bend the knees and stretch into a forward fold. You can shift your body side to side here. Try to keep those legs as straight as you can, lengthening from lifting up the kneecaps. And then you'll bend your knees and start to roll up through your spine all the way up to a standing position, finding your posture and alignment as you stand, opening the shoulders, engaging the front of the body. Walk your feet in just slightly so they're hip distance apart. Step your right foot back behind, and you'll rotate that right foot open. So now your feet are in an L shape, with the heel of your front foot matching the arch of your back foot. Hands to a T, reach forward. You can place your hand on your shin or wrap your first two fingers around your big toe and lift your right arm up to the ceiling, finding triangle, holding the belly in and trying to shift your body right over top of your bottom leg. Drop your top arm down, rotate your hips forward, and then lift your left arm up to the left so that you're twisting and opening the opposite direction now in a twisted triangle. Squeezing the hips in towards the midline. Release down. Come back to your triangle with your left hand on the floor or on your shin and your right arm up to the ceiling. Stand up to your T shape. Rotate the left foot in. Turn the right foot out. Inhale, reach over. Find your shin or wrap your toe and extend the left arm overhead, trying to get yourself as two-dimensional as possible here. And really engage and lift your quads so that your legs straighten, your hamstrings get the stretch. Reverse triangle, right arm goes down, place it right next to your foot, and then lift your right arm to the ceiling, twisting the opposite way, squeezing your hips in towards the midline. The more you can stretch and straighten the legs, the more you'll open up through your hamstrings and calves. Back to the triangle pose, placing the right hand down, the left arm up. Lifting back to your T, turning your right foot in, your left foot back out. Separate your feet wider. Bend your left knee. Reach your arm behind it, place your fingertips on the floor, and then your right arm's gonna lift overhead, and you'll look up to it with your fingertips, finding side angle. Try to lift your body off of your thigh. Coming back to the T. Rotate the hips forward, right arm lifts. Cross it over your bent front leg, making a twist. Your hands come to prayer, and you rotate into a twisted side angle. Your back foot is flat on the floor, so you want to push that pinky toe down to the floor. Look down. And stand back up, rotating to the other side, opening the right leg, finding that 90-degree angle. Fingertips to the floor, left arm reaches overhead. Try to really get the arm straight. Reach it overhead. Look with the fingertips. Lift your body off your bottom leg. Push the back foot to the floor. Lift up. Rotate your hips forward so they're square. Bend your front leg. Twist your left arm across your leg. Push your knee into your arm and twist. Hands in a prayer pose. Finding that rotation. Push your knee into your elbow so your knee doesn't rotate in. Look down, unwind to stand yourself back up. We'll rotate the left foot open again and the back foot back so we find our warrior two. Front leg is bent 90 degrees, arms out to a T, looking over your left fingertips, holding it there. Shoulders drop down away from the ears. Hug your belly button towards your spine. You're just holding warrior two. Strengthen the legs and the hips. We'll rotate, taking the right arm, dropping it down, and then lifting it overhead as we turn our hips to the front, finding warrior one. Trying to square the shoulders and the hips to the front leg. Your back foot is still flat on the floor, so you're pushing back with the blade of your back foot. And again, we're building strength just by holding. Drop your hands to your hips. Rotate your back leg so you're up onto the ball of your foot. Tuck your tailbone under, tap your knee to the floor, and then extend back up. Bend and tap the knee to the floor and extend it up. Keep rotating under with the hips so that you get a stretch through your hip flexor on your back leg. Going down, tapping and extending up. We'll not put the knee on the floor this time. We're just going to hover it, keeping the leg tucked under. You can have a slight bend in your back leg. We're going to shift all of our weight forward, lift the back foot off the floor, try to find a floating position, hands at your heart. Your hip is still rotated to the floor, your toes are still pointed to the floor, but you're balancing on your front leg with your back leg extended out behind you, foot flexed. Come to standing, top leg slides down right next to your standing leg, stand on both feet. Slowly release the arms. Other side, step your left foot back. Find that rotated position with your left foot. Find warrior two. Bend your front leg. Arms to a T. Drop the shoulders. Look over your fingertips of the front arm. Belly is engaged, hugging into center. Hips are open. Holding there, building strength, remembering your breath. This is warrior two. Back arm drops down as you rotate your hips and shoulders forward to warrior one. Back leg is still straight and you're still flat on your back foot. But you're really trying to turn your hips and shoulders to face your front leg, squaring off. Extend the arms overhead. Try to get the arms straight and right next to your ears. Hands to the hips, rotate to the high lunge, lifting up onto the back foot, and then we lower the knee and we extend. Remember to tuck the hips under so you get that hip flexor stretch on your back leg. And you're just lowering and lifting, tapping the knee down and extending back up. Tap down, hold it there, just hovering above the mat. Now shift your weight to your front leg, fly the back leg up. Keep the leg in parallel. Extend through the top of your head to lengthen your spine, hug your belly in. Balance on your bottom leg. Then your top leg lowers down till it's right next to your standing leg. You're now standing on both feet. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, touch your palms. Exhale, dive forward all the way to a forward fold, releasing your head and neck. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Step your feet to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, squeeze your shoulder blades, lift your chest. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Take a breath here, inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. Look forward, step your right foot and then your left foot up to standing. Inhale, flat back lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive to stand. Palms touch overhead. Exhale, arms down to the sides. Now we'll turn to face each other so our bellies are together. Toes are forward, parallel. Bend your right hip, keep your left leg straight, and you'll just sink down side to side. Shifting over to the right, and then up, and then bend your left leg, shift to the left. Keeping your hips sending back behind you so that it's like you're going into a squat. You don't want your tailbone pointed to the floor. It's pointed back behind you to the back wall. You're just shifting side to open up through your hips. And then we'll go over to the right. We're going to place the hands on the floor. We're going to bend to the right and just little gentle bounces on that right side. Walk your hands to the left and then same thing. Little bend, make sure your knee is going over your toe and you're not even like fully stretching straight. Just like little opening of that top of the hip. Come to center. Try to stretch legs straight. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold from your belly. Try to take your head between your legs. Hands on the mat if you can. Trying to pull the elbows towards each other. Crown of your head down to the floor. Seeing if you can move your body in between your legs or even back behind your legs. Your weight is on the balls of your feet, your tailbones to the ceiling. Lift your head, place your hands on your waist, and then stand up with a flat back. Rotate the hips open so the heels turn in, the toes turn out, and we'll squat down and stand up. This is a ballet squat, so we want our shoulders and our hips to stay on top of each other, and we're opening the hips, which causes the knees to bend. The knees are going to pull back over the pinky toes so that they stay open and wide, and they're not rolling forward. So just bend and extend. In dance, that's called a plie. Open to come down, and then stretch and lengthen. Open to come down, close and squeeze to stand. Open and spread. Stay there. Hands go on the knees and just gently help to open the hips by pressing the knees back and shifting your weight side to side over to the right and shift to the left. Side to side. Come back to center. Push into your right leg. Rotate your right shoulder inward and look over your left, taking a twist. Back to center, other side. Rotate left in, look over right. Come back to center. Place your hands down on the mat. Turn your hips and your feet parallel. Lift your hips up and again try to fold your body in between your legs, taking another wide-legged forward fold. Weight is on the balls of your feet. Tailbone is up to the sky. Inhale, lift your head. Hands on your waist, flat back all the way up to standing. Rotate the feet open, and this time we're going to shift side to side, but with open hips. If you can't come all the way down like I am, that's okay. You can go as low as you can. You can even put your hands on the floor to help you go side to side, but we're trying to extend one leg and bend the other leg and go as down as low as we can. Your hips are open and turned out. Staying on the right side now, hands to heart, or hands on the floor if you need more support. Shift your weight over to the left, same thing. It's like a half squat. One leg is extended, one leg is bent. Shift over to the right, same thing, but we're going to sit all the way down and rotate the right leg inward and outward, all the way from the hip. So we want to turn the knee in and then open it out. The knee is not doing the rotation, the hip is doing the rotation. Rotate that hip in and keep it down on the floor. Hands go behind. If you don't feel it, you can drop to your elbows. And then if you don't feel that, you can lower all the way down so you're on your back, getting a nice quad stretch. If this is putting a lot of pressure on your knee joint, back off, go up a level, because we don't want the knee to take that pressure. We want the quad muscle and the hip flexor, not the joint itself. Lift up all in one piece, rotate the hip back open, try to shift up and over so that you can go to the left side, sit down, rotate the left knee in and out. And as always, when you're doing these videos, if you're not exactly with me 100% on timing, totally fine. You can just watch and do it a little bit after, no big deal. Into the quad stretch, we're going to put the knee down, rotated in. We're going to either lean back, come to the elbows, or lay all the way down. If you can push your hip forward so that it takes out the crease in your hip flexor, that's going to give you a better stretch through your quad and your psoas muscle, which is a hip flexor muscle. So we want to take out the crease in the front of the left hip, the leg that's bent. That should be straight all the way from the hip down to the quad. It's going to give us a really beautiful stretch on the front side of our body. Try to lift yourself up in one piece, rotate back onto your flat foot, and then back up and over. turn the feet parallel and just heel toe your feet until they're about hip distance apart. You can bend one leg, bend the other leg, just kind of playing there, releasing out the legs, the hips, the lower back. Place your right hand on the floor, lift your left arm to the ceiling, bend the right knee and take a big twist, opening up through your spine and your legs. Switch left hand down, left knee bent, right arm up. Try to stack the shoulders and really try to twist from your rib cage. So you're taking your rib cage open to help stack your shoulders. Long line from the head to the tail. It's just a little twisted. Come back to center, forward fold, release your head, shake your shoulders, shake your head, and then slowly roll all the way up to standing. Get to standing, hands go to your waist. Inhale, lift and look up. Exhale, forward fold from the waist. Take your first two fingers, hook them around your big toes. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look up. Exhale, elbows pull out to the sides of the room as you use your fingers to help pull your body towards your legs, finding a forward fold. Your weight is forward on the balls of your feet. Your head is pointed down towards the floor. You're trying to lift through the kneecaps to lengthen the legs and send your tailbone to the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Remove your fingers and place the palms of your hands under the soles of your feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale again, elbows wide as you fold down, trying to take your belly to your thighs. Same positioning with the legs where you shift forward so that your toes are pressing into your wrists. You're trying to stretch the legs straight and stick your tailbone to the ceiling, the crown of your head to the floor, creating a deep crease at your hips. Inhale, lift your head, take your hands out from under your feet, place them on your waist, and flat back stand all the way back up. Turn to face the long side of your mat about a foot from the top. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back. Step to plank, shift forward, lower down. Inhale, chest up, hips down. Exhale, hips back. Push to your down dog, opening everything. Big breath, inhale. Exhale. Look forward and bend your knees so you come down to a tabletop position. Slide your hands back so they're underneath your shoulders. Shift your hips to the right as you turn your head to the left, taking a little gentle twist, but getting a stretch a little bit on the outside of your hips into your rotator. Come to center, switch the other way. Hips go to the left, head looks to the right. And we come back to center, tabletop position, cat and cow. Drop the belly, lift your head and tail to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, reverse and curl everything in. Inhale, arch to cow. Exhale, round to cat. Inhale, arch to cow. Exhale, round to cat. Try to create as much movement in the spine between these two positions as you can. Rounding and arching, sending the head and tail away, and then pulling them together underneath you. Find neutral. Big toes touch. Sit back over your heels. Lay your head down on the floor. Your arms lengthen forward, coming to a child's pose. Really try to sit your hips back over your heels and let your lower back open up and release. And your hip flexors deeply crease. Big breaths, trying to just relax into this pose. Round up through your spine, back to tabletop. Cross your legs, sit down, send them forward. Plant your feet. Roll through your spine till your lower back touches the mat. Hold it there with the lower back on the mat, but the shoulders and the upper back lifted, engaging through your center. And then release the upper back and the head down. Hug your knees to your chest, wrap your arms around them, giving your legs a nice big hug. Relax there. Coming into a happy baby, you'll lift your feet so it's like they're going to step up on the ceiling, and you'll either grab your ankles or the outside arch of your feet, bend your knees, and really try to let your knees fall down to the floor as you open up through your hips. Hold it there. Again, just letting those hips open and gravity help you to do the work. Don't fight against it. Now we'll extend one leg at a time, bending the other leg in, just playing with seeing if you can get one leg straight, and then switch to the other side. Then both your legs. Try to extend both your legs long, pushing your legs open with your hands, opening those hips and trying to stretch the legs at the same time. Bend your knees, bring them back to your chest, wrap your arms around them, give yourself a nice big hug. And then open the knees out towards the armpits and then close your knees together. So you're just opening and closing your knees, guiding that with your hands so the legs aren't doing the work. Figure 4, cross your right ankle over your left knee. Grab your left knee and hug your legs closer to your chest. Really beautiful stretch for your rotators on your bent leg. The top leg, really. Relax your shoulders and your neck down on the mat underneath you. Switch sides, cross the left ankle over the right knee, and then grab your right knee and try to take and pull your knees to your chest more. Your top leg should be as parallel as possible to your body. Once again, relax your shoulders, relax your neck. Make sure you're not clenching in your jaw. Relax and stretch. Release so that both your feet go on the mat. And then you'll extend your legs out to the edges or the corners of the mat, allowing your hips to open so your feet are turned away from each other. Your arms move down by the sides of your body with your palms rotated towards the ceiling. You can gently wiggle your shoulder blades till they're comfortably underneath you. And then make sure the back of your neck is long. You don't have any kinking in your neck. If you haven't already, close your eyes. Soften all the muscles in your face, in your neck, in your shoulders, your chest, ribs, and belly. Soften the muscles of your hips and glutes, your quads and hamstrings, your calves, your ankles, your feet, and your toes. Clear your mind, slowing your thoughts down, not processing any thoughts at this time, just being present in the moment. Allowing your body and your mind to be clear, free, and relaxed. your feet flat on the floor. Reach your arms overhead. Take a big stretch. And then roll into a ball on your right side, laying in the fetal position. Seated position. Keep your eyes closed. Hands rest on your knees. Tilt your head over to the right shoulder and then around the front to the left. Up and around and back. Big circle with the head and neck. Switch and go the other way. Lift the head back to center. Chin parallel to the floor. Roll the shoulders up, around, and back. Wiggle out, lengthen the spine. We'll inhale for a count of 4 through our nose. Exhale for a count of 4 out the nose. 5 rounds, following the chime in the voice. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take your right hand, place it on your heart, your left hand on your belly, and repeat in your mind, may these practices heal and strengthen my body and my mind. May these practices heal and strengthen my body and my mind. Place your hands together in a prayer over your heart and bow your head down. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you feel open and more flexible and more relaxed. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you on the next one.